welcome back. Last time we looked at using ChatGPT Plus in our professional work. Today we're going to look at exploring GPTs that have been created by many other people, and you might actually find some that are specific to PR. And the way we do that is by exploring GPTs. So I'm going to do a real quick search here for PR, and let's see what we find. So we got prompt engineering, presentation. All right. So let's look and see if there's anything for public relations that someone has created. Public relations. Sure enough, we have a public relations expert. We've got a political scientist. That might be helpful. We've got a public relations GPT. So as you can see, there are a lot of different ones that people have already created. And you get some good ideas about how popular it is by the number who have been using it. So political scientist has got about 25,000 folks who have been using it. Public relations GPT has 5, but this one up at the top seems like it's pretty popular. So let's try that one out. So as soon as you do, you'll get a rating. You'll get how many conversations folks have had with this. But this could be being used by someone else, like by Hustle Playground. I don't know who that is. And you can use these, but you use them somewhat at your own risk, especially if they're like third-party programs that are the back end of some of these GPTs, which they could be. So what should you do? Well, if you want to get real specific, you can just make your own. So let's go back. You'll see at the top when you click on Explore GPTs that you have this option that says My GPTs. If you click on My GPTs, you'll find a list of any of the GPTs that you've created. Since I'm using the app, I can see all of the ones that I've created. Unfortunately, I can't create them through the app. I have to do so by going to the web version of ChatGPT. And I will do so. Okay, now that I'm on the website, I'm going to go ahead and click on Explore GPTs. So let's create our own GPT for public relations. I'm going to click the Create button. Now, it's going to pop up on the Configure window for me. It may not do that for you, but what you're going to really want to do is make sure you click Create if it's not selected already. And this is how you can just have a conversation with ChatGPT to help create your GPT. So it's saying, what would you like to make? And I'm going to say I want to make a public relations assistant who helps me with non-profit issues for internal and external constituents. So it asked me a question. Now I'm telling it what I want it to do, and it's updating the GPT, as you can see. Okay, so it gave it a name. How about nonprofit comms partner? Would you like to go with that or choose a different name? I'm good with it. So it's given it a name. Now it's going to give it a profile picture. So it's generating a profile picture. Oh, well, that's interesting. Do you have anything else? I want a different one. Let's just see. See what else it generates. Okay, that looks interesting. We'll go with that. All right, so we've got a picture, we got a name. What should be avoided or emphasized in the responses? Let's avoid negative language and keep things positive. Now that's pretty simple. Maybe we need some help. I wonder what other questions we should be asking. Maybe this isn't enough to just say, let's avoid negative language and keep things positive. So I'm going to say, actually, what kinds of things should I consider when creating public relation assistant? Let's see what kind of information it gives us. All right, so audience awareness. So this may be where you might want to think about who you're actually going to be talking to, and you might want to get more specific there. Tone and style, message consistency, inclusivity and sensitivity. There's some things that you could do there. Content capabilities. Okay, it's a lot more specific. So that gives you a good list, and maybe you edit that list and you tell it to add some of those. That way it makes it more specific to what you need. I'm going to leave mine general for now. So the next thing, okay, let's say no, let's keep going. And we're going to create this. Should the assistant keep it brief and efficient, detailed and explanatory, or somewhere in between? Let's just say somewhere in between. You create it to fit yourself. Somewhere in between. And it's going to update. And there we go. I have created my own public relations assistant, GPT. So it's specifically focused on public relations. And it is separate from using just the normal ChatGPT models that are available. So I can preview and ask it some questions like, the CEO of our company just resigned because of legal issues. Give me a press release for the general public that gives the news but assures constituents that we are still trustworthy and able to serve. Let's see what it gives us. And you can see right now that it's asking me questions more than just having a conversation. It wants to know the name of your organization, the CEO's name, any details we're able to share about the legal issues, a quote or voice you'd like the message to come from, i.e. board chair, interim CEO, what your organization does, any of it. It just took what I gave it, and then it noticed that there were things missing and provided some insight that helps us think, okay, I need to have more of this. Now, you're a PR professional, you probably don't need all of these things there because you already know these things that should be in a statement. But this is not bad to have somebody help draft something for you that you can then work with. So next time, we're going to look at how we use something like our own GPT or particular models inside a closed context or what we call projects. So join us next time.